All right, so here we go. We're gonna do some back testing. We're gonna do the ultimate scalping strategy. So we're gonna install some first light beacons. First one is going to be our 930 zone, right? And then we're gonna do our daily zone. Then our entry 15-second zone, and then our 5-minute zone. So we're not gonna leave the daily one on. We're just looking at as bias. So we're gonna be, the rules are 930 right here, and we can't take an entry past 11. So 930 to 11. So we'll draw these right there. We're going to just go ahead and click replay. And we're going to get our daily bias from the 930 zone and the daily zone. So this is how we're going to figure out if we're going to be going short or long, is based on these zones. So this yellow one is the daily zone. It started at the daily candle over here. Right here. And we are predominantly bearish. We're staying under it. We went into the zone here, but we're staying under it. So we're going to look, what the rules are is we have to be under the 930 zone, which is this red one, and it just formed a new one right here. So we're going to see it forming here in a second. We have to, our beacon line right here has to be, we have to be underneath it for shorts, and it has to be red. And since we're pretty much going to be shorting, we're going to just stick with that. And then I'm going to turn off the candles so we can see. And our white line is our 15-second entry, and it's already taken place. So we're gonna go ahead and act like we already saw that. I guess I went too far in advance, but there's our entry. So what it is the white line is going to break away from the blue line right here. So let me turn off daily. So our daily is we know our daily is bearish. So we're continuing to turn that one off just to clear the screen. 930 is off. See this breakaway right here? See how this broke away from the blue, and then this is red, and we're below 930. See, we're below this red right here zone is the 930 zone that's forming, and we're below it when this breaks away. So this is a valid entry. Here's the close of it right here. And then our stop loss goes right onto the beacon line right there. And then we're going to hold this trade until this white line crosses up through the blue line. Now, these are not moving averages, okay? These are the midline of the zone of the first light beacon of the time frame. So it's the midline of the average of the candles, all right? That's what it is. So we're going to go ahead and just click this until we get a cross up of our, just to make this screen clear, do that. And we're going to get a cross up above the blue. And this was Thursday, by the way. So we're back testing last Thursday. So the white line is not anywhere near it. Okay, it's getting up to it. Okay, it crossed right there. So we're going to close this trade now on the close of that candle. So we have that trade ended up being a, see how this went in? See, so this isn't your cross up going into the zone right here, right? This right here happening is your close. So let's see what this trade gave us. So we have a 11.44 risk to reward with 286 ticks. One, I forgot to mention, we're going to be doing 2 contracts, 2 minis. So that's $10 a tick. So this trade right here gave us $2,860 win. All right. So remember, we can't take an entry past 11. So we're still going. We'll leave this over here so we can look at it later. So now we're looking for the same conditions to be met. Now let's make sure our daily zone, yeah, see our daily zones up here? We are still bearish because our daily zone and our 930 is above us. So we're still bearish. If this crosses up over 930, we would still be considered bearish because we're below the daily, but I would not take any entries until we're below it again. That's just how you're going to get into ranging environments if you do. So I'm just going to wait, and then we're going to look for another cross. Look for this white line to cross through this blue line, but this beacon line has to be above us and it has to be red, just like it was way up here. So we got a little bit of waiting to do. And let's see what happens. Okay, so the beacon line is not red. Now it's red. We are waiting. Beacon line is red. Now let's see what happens here. See if we get ourselves an entry. And that is an entry. So we're going to take this entry. We're going to short here. Our stop loss is going at the beacon line. And then we don't exit until the white line crosses up above the blue line. And there's our cross. Okay, so this was just a little baby scalp. And it ended up giving us a negative risk to reward. Still good. 0.88, and we got 43 ticks out of this run. Right, so we're waiting for same conditions. What time is it? 9:40. This is only 9:40, people. We've already made almost over $3,000 on by 9:40, and we didn't start trading until 9:30. Or yeah, so 10 minutes. So we're looking for the cross again, but it's got to be with the beacon line above us. Okay, so now the beacon line's above us. Okay, that doesn't count. It's not red. It's got to be red when it happened. Well, did that change colors at the same exact time? See, I don't. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll just not take it, and we'll see what happens. I like it to be red when it does the crossing. Okay, so here we might get ourselves an actual cross here. So a new 5-minute zone. So a new 5-minute candle is formed right here. That's what this little label's for. That's what it's telling you. So this is a new 5-minute zone. And there's our entry right there. So we're going to go ahead and take this. Stop loss is the beacon line. Pretty big stop loss, 131 ticks. So the position sizes would be according to that, but we're just to make it easy. We're doing 2 contracts, the 2 position sizes, and let's see what happens here. Did that cross up through it? Nope. Okay, so we go into a little bit of drawdown. We're back into the money. Yep. Okay, so we're not closing until white line crosses up blue line. And you can make these lines whatever color you want. There we go. There's our close right there. So this trade ends up winning. And it won 1.37 risk to reward with 180 ticks. All right. What time is it now? It's 9:50. So we're still going. See, that doesn't count because the beacon line has to be above. It has to be above us, or you'll get into your ranging environment. And see, gotta wait for that line to be above us. Okay, now we're seeing something here. We're red. Again, we need to cross through when it's red. Cross down when it's red. You guys are watching this happen without candles on the screen. Okay. So we're getting into, here's our range crap. I don't want nothing to do with this. We're only selling. See, that happened at the same time. See, that's that same thing. I'm not going to take it. We're already up big, right? Like, there's no point in risking losing what you've made. It's just, you're going to get pullbacks. So this is the dump, and then this is the pullback, and then it's probably going to drop again. That's what I'm guessing. So here's our entry right here. And we're going to take this one, and our stop loss is going to go at the beacon line. I guess we'll just put it right there because it's so tight. 23 ticks. And let's see what happens. Immediately in the profit. And that is a loss. That is our first loss, 23 ticks right there. So what time is it? This is 10. Oh, and then don't you hate it? It's going to, there's another entry. You have to take it. These are the conditions. Stop loss. I guess I'll just go right here. It's so close. Maybe it does just break down from here. Let's see. We're in drawdown. And okay, there's our cross there. So these are the 2 losses right there. And I would probably be done after that. 2 losses, probably over with. Um, it is 10:04. We'll keep going to 11, like we said we are going to, though, just to see what happens. But after 2 losses, I'm pretty much done. You're still in really good profit from these 2 trades right here, and this little baby, little baby scalp in there somewhere, right here, 40 ticks. It's $430. So that little $430 covered these 2 losses. So, but we'll keep going because we said 11 o'clock. Was that red before? I don't think so. I think it did it at the same time. Yeah, it changed at the same time. So I'm not taking that. We want it to be red when it actually crosses down, and there you go. There's why. Prime example. Okay, so that's a good one. So right here is the close. Stop loss is going at the beacon line, and we're not gonna close this trade until the white crosses up through the blue. And no, it didn't cross up, it's just there. So it crossed back down. It's still going. It's nowhere near the blue line. Okay, here we go. There's a retracement. Okay, let's see. Did it cross? There's the cross up. Ooh. Well, that's part of the game. We lost a lot of that right there, but there's 31 ticks, and this is at 10:15, so we will still be going. Still a win. You just gave up a bunch. We're at 10:20. Still before 11. Okay, this is an entry right here. Stop loss at the beacon line, and we don't close until it crosses back up the blue line. And that was an immediate close. So there's 11 ticks. Was that? Yeah, that was one right there. That was another immediate close. 37. We're starting to get into some range. You'd have to, well, here's another entrance. You just you just have to use your brain when to stop trading. This is where they're talking about over trading. This is what I'm talking about right now, taking everything we see. But we said from 9:30 to 11, so that's what we're gonna do. We'll just see what we're gonna get out of it. So this is a good one right here. It's still going. Still going. There's our close right there. The close of the candle is this right here. So there's 184 with a 9.68. And we're at 10:30. So let's see. Okay, there's another entry. This is the close right there. This little divot here. And we're putting our stop loss at the beacon line. And we're going to hold this until it crosses up through the blue. And it crossed up through the blue right there. So again, this is just a little win. 16 ticks. Watch it dump from here, but it's okay. We can get back in because it'll be meeting. No, it won't be meeting conditions. That line has to be above us. And not good. That turned red after, so we're not taking it. We're already below. It didn't happen. Same. It's not an entry. And we're at 1048. So yeah, like these aren't valid entries. This crossed through while it was green, and we're below it. So I'm not taking these entries. They don't meet the conditions, and we're pretty much at 11 o'clock. Here's 11 right. That one did win, but sometimes it's, I mean, more than likely it's not going to. So here it comes 11, and I would have been done at that by that point. So we have um 286 takes right there. We have 180 ticks right here. Minus 23 ticks. Minus 18 ticks. Plus 31 ticks. Minus 11. Minus 37. Plus 184. Plus 16. That equals to 624 ticks times $10 because we're doing two contracts. So this is $6,240 from 9:30 to 11 using the first light beacon, and you did nothing but look at the daily and 9:30 zone. So here is your daily, or here's your 9:30 zone. So intraday set 9:30 is selected, and that is you'll watch this red one change. Watch, I'll change it to the day open. There, now is a day open. Here's the 9:30 zone, right? And then here is the daily one. So we had the daily and 9:30 gave us our bias, and then we used the crossover from the 15-second scalping interval time frame right here. Oh god, you can't even see this. 15-second scalping intervals time frame right here against the 5-minute, which was our blue line. See, 5 minutes selected on scalping. And again, here's our daily zone settings right here. So see how this is day open intraday, and then here is our 9:30, and I can change this to day open too if I wanted to, and see, you'll see how it changes on the screen. 9:30, and then there's a 10 to 10:30 zone. So if you're trying to trade the range break, you can use this 10 to 10:30 zone, and then their weekly zone right here will show you the weekly candle. Um, and then you have your all your scalping settings right here, and then all your other candle whatever, but we're not even using the candle for this strategy, the scalping strategy. And that is Thursday. Friday would probably be the same. This is going to work every day on any instrument, on any future, on any forex pair, on anything. Anything that has volume data, it's going to work. So there you go. There's a live back test of the first light beacon.